up, y'all? It's your boy Martel, and we back with another video. Back with another video. Back with another video. Sometimes you gotta hit it with the shoulder, okay? Alright, y'all. So you already know, if you are new to this channel, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell. So every single time I post a video, you get that notification, and maybe you can be the first one to see it. Period. Alright, so we're going to get right into it here. This is the second video of the series of my weight loss surgery. This video is kind of going to be talking about my pre-op experience, which it was a lot and was long, but it was worth it. Okay. So I do have some papers just to kind of go ahead and give you some factual things here. But again, everybody's process is different depending on your doctor, how you're going ahead and paying for the surgery. So I'm going to give you my full experience here. And again, I'm not an expert, so please don't take anything that I'm saying and run with it. I'm just giving you my experience. You will also have your experiences. So me personally, I went ahead and had my surgery through insurance. Yes, I still had to pay some amounts, but mainly was covered by insurance. So I had to go and make sure I was doing everything that my insurance was telling me. If you're getting your surgery through insurance, please make sure before even finding a doctor and everything, you contact your insurance, ask them what is their requirements and what doctors are approved and what hospitals. I first went ahead and did that, and basically my insurance, one person told me the wrong information. Well, I was with another doctor previously than my original doctor who did my surgery. And I basically kind of completed everything, and then the doctor was in network of my insurance, but the hospital did not meet the standards, so they did not qualify. So I basically had to, thank God I had to do everything over. The doctor that ended up doing my surgery kind of took and they just transferred my records over, which is definitely a blessing. But just get everything, like even anything that you need required, ask for help. Like, that's what they're there for. Call your insurance, making sure, because you don't want to sit here and do all this stuff and then you get that bill and your insurance did not approve it. Okay? Did not approve it at all. It is the worst, because now you're going to be stuck with that bill, and that is a no. So I personally had Aetna, so everybody's insurance, I mean, honestly, is going to be different. I do think overall it's going to be the same steps, but it may be different amounts of each step. So like, for example, one of my steps for Aetna, I had to do 12 diet visits. I know some people didn't have to do that much. But you know, it is what it is. So one of the requirements for my insurance was you had to have a BMI of 40 or greater, or a BMI of 35 with some underlying conditions, or exceeding 50. Me personally, surprisingly, people would think I have underlying health issues. You're not gonna put that over my life. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. No. I did not. Thankfully, it does run high on both sides of my family, like diabetes and stuff like that, high blood pressure, but I don't, which I'm very much thankful for, making sure I am doing the right things I need to do, because I've always kind of been borderline of diabetes, but I always, you know, kind of stay active. So again, like the other things I did say was the 12 diet visits, which you can do it either every week, every 2 weeks, however you want it. I kind of wanted to do mine fast because I wanted to get my surgery by the end of that year. And I kind of was already starting in June, so it was kind of like time cut that I needed to get it done quickly. But I also wanted to do it correctly, because one of the requirements for my insurance, you either had to, during that time, you had to maintain weight or lose weight. You could not gain weight at all, and I'm a person that can gain weight very easy. And I did different diets and things, and I've always lost, but I always put it back right after, which you're going to hear this a lot throughout this surgery, talking to anybody. This surgery is a tool. It is not something that you can just use and you think it's, like, you're not going to lay on that table and come out skinny. Baby, this is not lipo. No. If you don't do the work behind it, you're not going to get the results. So I have no shame with telling anybody I had surgery, but I'm not going to say, oh, I lost weight fully by surgery. I lost weight from having surgery and putting in work, because if I did not put in work, baby, I would still be the same thing. Like, yes, they make your stomach smaller, not necessarily the size of your body, the inside. So if you are eating terribly a lot, they will let you know you will get sick. But it's people who will put that right back on. And baby, that wasn't going to be me. It was very much changing the lifestyle I was living, which was definitely going to be, it's hard mentally, but once you kind of get into it, it's not that hard. So with my nutritionist, which was not provided, I ended up doing my surgery through Cleveland Clinic, Florida, in Western. I had Dr. Samuel Seinstein, which was terrific. I definitely love him. I would recommend it to anybody. Staff is definitely friendly, great. They will give you recommendations, their do's and their don'ts, and they're going to be very transparent and honest there with you. So I definitely did like that, because I'm not a person who like to be kind of finagled with or blindsided. I don't like that. My nutritionist, I did have one through them, but through my insurance for the visits, I went through someone else, which honestly, during the time I was doing it with COVID, so I didn't necessarily have to go in. It was over the phone. But I don't feel like my nutritionist was any help. Like, I'm not going to give no names, but it is what it is. Yes, they did go ahead and, we spoke on the phone and everything, make sure we did the weigh-in, and she kind of gave tips or whatever. But I felt like I was kind of, like, controlling it, and I ain't really like that. But whatever, I did what I had to do, and I made sure I either maintained or lost. I was not playing. Another thing, which, with the diet, the whole thing is going to be a diet, honestly. I had to do 2 weeks of pre-op diet, which the first 2 weeks out of my surgery, I had to do 1 protein shake and then 2 meals, which was either, the meals had to be 5 to 7 ounces of protein or 1 cup of salad or vegetables. Which honestly, of course, with starting anything is going to be difficult the first 2 days, but then it became very easy. And then the second week, I had to do strictly protein shakes. And then throughout that time, you just drink a whole bunch of water, which honestly, I'm not even a person, I hate water. Water has no taste to me. I do not like it. Anybody know me, I hate water. Ugh. Like, the only time I can really drink water if I'm like hot, I'm like at the beach outside, and the water is extremely cold. Then I'll drink it. Other than that, I need me some water enhancements. I love Propel. Ask my best friend. I got so many cases of Propel at my house, it's not even funny. They need to sponsor me at this point. But I love Propel. It is a great flavored water for me. I love it. My mama think it's nasty. She think it's too sweet, but I love it. It's for me, so that's all that matters. Yeah, and then I had to do 2 weeks of strictly protein shakes after. So basically for 3 weeks, I had to do protein shakes. And honestly, it was not bad. Like, my whole family was very supportive throughout the process. So I was definitely grateful for that. You definitely do need a support system, because it can be difficult and it can get lonely. But I knew I was doing it for myself. So you have to be doing it for the right reasons and know what you're doing it for, and just get it completed. Like, that's all. Just make it do what it do. So another thing I had to do was do a sleep apnea test, which I went through another doctor, which my primary doctor recommended. Honestly, I had a great, I really did not have any bad experiences except for the person I had before that was doing my surgery. Again, I believe I told y'all already, but basically he was not in the hospital was not in my network. Thankfully, my doctor's Swainstein team was able to just transfer my medical records over to them, and I was kind of able to just pick him up for him. Thanks to my mama, who was able to find my person who did my official surgery, because the first person I chose ended up being a flop. Not the company was a flop, it was just a flop with my insurance. So it is what it is, but definitely Dr. Swainstein team is great. As far as the sleep apnea, it was an older doctor. He was very funny. He always kept on me. Definitely just made me comfortable. I had the take-home sleep apnea test. They kind of put a thing. It's a strap that goes over your head, sit on your forehead and in your nose. And it basically kind of it talks to you like if you're doing something wrong. And it was kind of crazy, and it kind of woke me up out of my sleep. But whatever. The test was easy. I did go ahead and test, I guess, positive for the sleep apnea, which was fine. It didn't bother me none. Whatever. And then I also had to do a EKG. So EKG is basically going ahead and please, and again, I'm not a doctor, so if I'm saying it wrong, don't hold me to it. Again, you can correct me in the comments. It's whatever. But it's basically it's dealing with your heartbeat. So thankfully, when I went into one of my visits of the Cleveland Clinic, you could have really done everything there, which is also easier because then everything's put on your file so the doctor can view everything. But I was still able to send mine over. I was able to go ahead and get my EKG and my chest X-ray in the same day. As soon as I went there, I kind of just took that whole day to do it. The EKG, I'm telling you, it literally took 2 minutes. And the girl was in there laughing with me and all. A lot of people sometimes say I have a natural B face, but I'm very friendly. So usually people always trying to laugh and kiki with me, which is totally fine. It kind of makes my day go by faster anyway. So that was cool. And then I also had to do the chest X-ray, which I was very nervous about that because I heard like you had to like drink some liquid and stuff that's supposed to be nasty. So I was like literally up there while I'm waiting, like looking at all type of YouTube videos, people reactions. They talking it's so nasty, which it was scary because like they basically put you on a machine. You got to drink this stuff, and it's basically to go ahead and check to see if you have like a reflex or whatever. And I ain't got no reflex. I ain't got no gut reflex. No, baby. Okay. Let me be appropriate. So, you basically had to drink it. It was kind of nasty, but then they put you on the machine. They kind of flip you upside down and literally tell you, like, you go on this machine, you would think you're on a damn Ferris wheel. And then they kind of make you turn to your side, each side or whatever. Like, I literally felt like I was a sheep, a pig rolling around in some dirt, baby. Just rolling around. And I guess it was basically trying to put a film over your stomach so they can kind of like take pictures or whatever. So that was pretty easy there also. And then they also had to check, which also inquired by my insurance, was my A1C, which had to be less than 7%, which I was able to go ahead and get that completed, which everything pre-op had to go ahead and be completed. Blood work, sleep apnea test, all this had to be done. Well, this blood work had to be done 3 months prior to your surgery because they wanted to make sure it's completely accurate as possible. I was good with the A1C. I guess that basically tests for your diabetes level, which again, like I said, I've always been borderline, but I was good to go with that. So that was definitely going ahead and being good. Another thing I had to do was to go to a psychologist. I do not like going, again, I like talking, expressing how I feel. I got no problem with that. But when somebody trying to tell me something about myself, so I'm very receptive to feedback. So let me not say it like that. But when you trying to force something onto me that I know is not true, that is my issue. So I had went to one recommended, again, this wasn't with the Cleveland Clinic, and I'm not going to mention his name either, but he was very good though. He was very, very good at his job. Like he could tell me stuff about myself that wasn't even dealing with the surgery, but also about my past and my childhood. Which I would probably am definitely going to go to him just for regular sessions because it's always good to check on your mental health and just have that, to kind of get stuff off of your chest because you may not know the stuff that is burying inside you that you need to let go of. So he was definitely going ahead and being good. The only thing, what I did not like is they basically wanted me to say I was 600 pounds. I can't move. I can't get out of bed. Like, it stops all my daily activities. No, it do not. I'm sorry. I still go up. I do anything that I want. I still be getting on roller coasters if it allow me to. And I'm scared anyway. I be like, I need the back row, the big seat, please. But I don't be going on that no more. But, yeah, and I didn't really like that. Like, of course, like, if I was doing, like, very long walks or whatever, that it would cause my lower back to hurt. But I would keep going like that. With my life. And no, like, it was not given what it needed to give. No, it's not that. And I'm not that. Period. Okay? Because, yes, I, as a bigger person, deal with certain things. So if I'm walking for a very long time, my lower back may start hurting, but that's not gonna stop me. Like, I'm a real nigga. Like, I'm gonna keep pushing. So like that stuff did not faze me. And I guess that's the things that they wanted me to focus on. But overall, I mean, he was very good though. Like, I'm definitely gonna go to him again moving forward. Maybe just for regular things. Just because you always want to be able to check on your mental health. You know, because they can honestly bring some things out that you have not thought of, that may be buried deep inside, that you have not really gotten over or dealt with. So, other than that, I mean, it was kind of a good experience as far as my pre-ops there. Another thing I would definitely recommend is to know what is going on with your surgery. I was not playing. Y'all would think I was a whole scientist, baby. I knew all the terms they was using, what was going on in my surgery from start to finish. I watched a whole bunch of videos on it. Like, you don't want to go in not knowing what's going on, because they can basically do anything to you and you would not know. Like, I'm sorry, like you couldn't fool me. If anybody asked me any questions from the surgery, I knew exactly. I knew they was going in 8 different spots, going ahead with scopes inside to look to see, to kind of do everything. They wasn't just cutting me all the way open and taking stuff. No, they had to do it with scopes and everything else. So I was not dumb. But again, I definitely had great staff at the hospital. I mean, checking on me before, you know, right before surgery, the morning of my surgery, literally before they put me on the table, after I got out, you know, days after. It was such a great experience, and huge shout out to my mama, who was basically my nurse, which I know I got on her nerves. But I don't think I was bad, honestly. Like, this was a surgery that you were not bedbound, and they did not want you to be. You're up and walking, because they don't want you to get like blood clots and stuff like that. They want you to be up and walking. So definitely enjoyed it. Pain, I'm gonna get more into on the day of surgery, to kind of go ahead and give you that. Again, this is just a pre-op, but please stay tuned. Please, like, if you want more information, I'm gonna go on to details. I'm gonna give you the raw and uncut things they may not have told you or you may not have seen. I'm gonna give it to you all. On this channel here, I'm very much direct. I'm not gonna hide anything. So I will be posting 2 more videos on this series here. It's gonna be the day of the surgery, and then like a year out. I had my surgery like in December, and it's